You're looking for some great kitchen remodeling tips? Well, you've come to the right place, because that's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now. My name's Harry Moore, and I'm an experienced full-time realtor here in the DC metro area. And I post new videos every week about all things real estate in the DMV. This week, I have a special guest, Sandra Brannock with Expert Kitchen Designs. She's going to take a few minutes and talk to you about her 5 tips that you should know before you rehab your kitchen. Sandra, you're up.
Thank you, Harry. I really appreciate being here. The name of my company, as Harry said, is Expert Kitchen Designs, and I've been designing kitchens for 14 years, and I love it, and I love helping clients, especially with difficult spaces in their design and remodel process. There are lots of tips I could give you on kitchen design and remodel, but I'm gonna, like I told you, I was gonna narrow it down to 5. The first one is to basically make sure you have an idea of what your budget's going to be. A lot of people are kind of foggy on this. Sometimes they don't know. On occasion, they have a big budget and they don't care. That's rare. But right. If somebody, if you consult with a designer and say, I want to remodel my kitchen, they will ask you, well, where do you want it? What do you want it to look like? And oftentimes people pull out a picture, and I can tell by looking at a picture about what that kitchen costs. So you have to be really careful. I will say, look, that looks like $100,000 kitchen, so is that what you think you have in your wallet? And usually they may say, no, I was hoping I'd get a certain look and maybe close to it. So we have to get realistic. And that's just a matter of becoming educated about materials, the complexities that might be, the details that are in the design that you've seen that you're inspired by it. Hands down, though, you just need to get a not to exceed number. And be real.
It's just like when people buy a house. They need to get pre-approved and know what they're looking at. Cause
it's exactly the same thing,
If you're looking at $500,000 houses and your budget is $350,000, you're going to be sad.
Yes,
you're going to be really sad. Anyway, go ahead.
It's just like a car, too.
Yep.
Right? Just like a car.
Yep.
So the second thing I would say is, because when we do a kitchen remodel, appliances are the key factor besides the cabinets in the design, and they drive a bit of how that kitchen's going to look. Is to get educated about appliances and make your appliance selections, because the appliances drive the design, and most kitchen designers will not put pen to paper without those appliances being picked. You'll also get an idea of a big dollar number of what you're going to spend on those appliances. So that would be my number 2 tip. Number 3 would be careful about following all the trendy trends. It might seem really exciting right now when you look at that magazine picture and you've seen something that stands out and you're going, oh, that's really cool. But probably in 3 to 5 years, you'll say, ooh, why did I pick that?
Right.
So what I mean by that is keep it simple, which ties into the 4th one, less is more. Keep it simple. Keep things neutral. Keep the things that are easy to change. Maybe you could, the tile backsplash if you need more color, or possibly a paint color on the wall. You have to be careful with that. But if you do something and you want a little bit of drama, it's better to do it in the cushions of the seats, or the paint color, or maybe a light.
How about hardware?
Hardware,
right.
Yeah.
That's something you could change out.
You could change easily, but keep like the cabinets, the countertops, the floor neutral, so that if somebody else came in, they may say, well, I really like this other color better, but hey, I can work with this. So
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So if you were going to give me a ballpark about, if you're looking at the whole budget, what percentage of, in sort of an average kitchen remodel, what percentage of it is appliances versus cabinets, roughly? I know it can vary a lot.
It can. Well, right. I have to qualify that question a bit because of the variation.
Right.
If you're doing a gourmet kitchen, you can spend easily 30. as an example, I'm doing a kitchen now. She spent as much on appliances as she did on the cabinets, which is about $30,000.
Is that, would you say, is that sort of normal, or is that atypical?
I would say that I would say that's a little atypical in proportion. Usually the appliance package is less than the cabinetry.
Okay.
But she's probably going to resell her house, but she really wanted these appliances in a certain way. Looks. So, but yeah, I would say, you know, it depends on the expectations of the client with the cabinetry. It's like furniture. If you want it to last a long time, you're going to have to pay more for it because it's all plywood and better finish. So I would say maybe 1/3 of the budget average is appliances and 2/3 is maybe cabinets, somewhere in there.
And all the other. So,
yeah.
And then there's countertops.
Yes, right. And then there's countertops. And nowadays that seems to be creeping up because people want engineered quartz, which is prohibitively, I think, expensive. I think you need to be careful on jumping the bandwagon on all the marketing you hear about engineered quartz versus granite. Granite is still great, and there's ways to, I mean, this is granite, this is Virginia mist, very neutral, and not terribly expensive compared to engineered quartz.
It's kind of like soapstone.
Yeah,
almost.
But it's better than soapstone because it's not soft. Soapstone is very soft, and in fact, you will dent it. I can guarantee you're going to dent it.
Yep. I've seen soapstone counters with scratches.
Yep. That's for sure.
It's part of the patina, they say.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so what's next?
I think basically the last thing I have to talk about, which is tip number 5, is planning. We want to make sure that whenever we commit ourselves to this process is that you take the time to plan. And I think that's the hardest thing for people to, well, maybe like going to look for a house. They're excited. They want to get it now, right?
They want to get right out there. Let's start looking.
Right, but they'd like to find it in 2 weeks. And sometimes getting all those things to align is not going to happen in 2 weeks. And it's the same thing with design. It's not completely, we'd love it to be a linear process, but it's not. It's sort of three-dimensional. And it takes time to let these things kind of settle in your brain, like, yeah, do I like that? Yeah, I really like it. I feel it, you know. You're not going to get it just because you want it to happen. So I tell people to plan properly, and the better you plan, the more well executed the plan will be when it is executed.
Great. Sandra, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I'll make sure that all your contact information is below in the remarks, so if anybody wants to get in touch with you and get more information about the services you provide, they'll be able to do that. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, please, my contact information is below. You can hit the remarks or you can contact me directly. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.